All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakam Kodash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. I'm Elder Tahar, and on down and rule well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson, a short and transit lesson on how alone the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And I want to name the video, we don't want your money, we want Revelation 13 and 9 to come to pass. All right, or whatever title Yahweh Shai sees fit, I'll use. But Lord wills, brothers can see on the screen, I have this article here from The Guardian. Well, I took a screenshot of this article from The Guardian, and it says C of E setting up 100 million euros funds to address past wrongs of slave trade links. I'm gonna read this one part right here. It says the Church of England has committed 100 million euros to fund it is setting up to compensate for its historical benefit from the international slave trade. All right. So basically, just like here in America, they're speaking about reparations and all that for the wrongdoing of blacks, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians. All right, now in England, you know, they're trying to do the same thing, and they're trying to do the same thing, I'm guessing, but they're not calling. When you read further down on the reparations, when you read that further down on the on this article, Salakia, they said they're not calling it reparations. They're just calling it, you know, making something right. All right, but whatever, man. You know, whatever you devils try to do, whatever you want to try to call it, you're still going into slavery, man. It don't matter if, you know, you get a majority of jakes to say, I take the money, and a majority of jakes say, yeah, we forgive you. That don't mean nothing to the Most High. The Most High is still going to punish you devils, man. All right? And the elect, the hopeful elect out there ain't going to forgive you. All right? Because we don't want your money. For one thing, the money system is collapsing right before our eyes. All right? And for two, 100 million euros, that wouldn't cover all the all the BS that we had to go through during the time of your rulership, during the time of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's rulership. $100 million, that's like the Elder Tahar said, that's an insult, man. $1 million is an insult. $100 million is an insult. $1 billion is an insult. All right? These devils have generated generational wealth, all right, off the backs of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians. All right? So $1 billion ain't enough. No amount of money that you devils can print up and give to blacks, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians. And also you have to pay them too. All right, the so-called Negroes and Latinos and Native and Seminole Indians, you got to pay them too. All right? You have to pay them too because you did them wrong too. Like the scripture say, the children of Israel and the children of basically the southern and northern kingdom was oppressed together. All right? So you have to pay them as well. But whereas the sands of the sea, that's a lot of money. And $1 million, that ain't enough. $1 million per Jake, per Israelite, that ain't enough money, man. All right? The only thing that'll make things even is Revelation, like the title of the lesson. We don't want your money, Revelation. We want Revelation 13 and 9 to come to pass. All right? For you to go into slavery, for you to get your back whooped. All right? For you to get hurt, man. All right? Just like we got hurt. To you to get beat down like we got beat down. That's the only thing that'll make things even, man. To you be hung, for you to be hung like we got hung in the trees. To you receiving merciless beatings like we had to receive merciless beatings. All right? And all the ravishing and stuff you did to our women, all those things, you got to pay for all of that, man. All right? Ain't no amount of money is going to make things right. The only thing that's going to make things right is, again, Revelation 13 and 9. All right? Salakia. So I got the first scripture here is Job 20 and 10. They're going to come up. Salakia. Okay, this is Job 21. Job chapter 20 verse 10. His children shall seek to please the poor. Whose children? All right, the children of the children of the Edomites. Salakia, the past. You know, the Edomites back in the past. All right, when we first came over here in hardcore slavery, their children are seeking to please the poor today. Because these are the the ones, the slave masters and all that, these are their children. All right, and now they're trying to make things right, but you can't make things right. All right, and plus on top of that, you are your forefathers coming back anyway, because there's a such thing as reincarnation. So you are your forefathers coming back. But again, no amount of money is going to make things right for what you devils have done, man. All right. But again, Job chapter 20, verse 10, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. Right. You're seeking to please us, give us money and all this other garbage, and Black History Month, trying to give us day to recognize, Black History Month and Juneteenth and Martin Luther King Day and all that garbage, man. JK, we ain't respecting that, man. The elect, I'm of that number. The brothers out there pushing on myself are that number. We're not accepting that, man. Again, we want Revelation chapter 13, verse 9, man. All right? We don't want your money, man. Again, your money system is failing. Now all of a sudden, the money system is going downhill, and all of a sudden you want to give reparations. All right, $1 million really ain't nothing now, really, to be honest. All right, with the inflation, the rising cost of inflation and all, what are you gonna buy? You're gonna buy Jake gonna buy a house, they're gonna buy a car, and they'll probably be left with about $30,000 because the price of everything is shooting through the roof. All right, so that ain't enough, man. That ain't enough. Again, you gotta go. What's gonna make things right is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. All right, and it said the children should seek to please the poor. The scripture said, prepare slaughter for his children, man. So the Lord is preparing slaughter for your children today. All right? They're the ones that's going to have to pay for the devils, for Esau's wrongdoings in the past. All right? These devils today, they're going to have to pay for that. This Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children. Right? For whose children? The children of the slave masters. All right? Columbus, Georgia, why those devils? All right, the Lord said, prepare slaughter for his children. And who are their children? The Edomites around today. All right, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquities of their fathers, and they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with their cities. Right, the Lord said, prepare slaughter for their children for the iniquities of their fathers, for the wrongdoings of your forefathers. You got to pay for that, man. You so-called white people today, and there's nothing you can do to get out of that judgment. All right. Again, you can give every Jake in the world $1 million, and they can say they forgive you and all that stuff, and it still wouldn't be enough. All right, you can't pay the Most High back. The Most High wants vengeance for what you devils have done, and the elect want vengeance for what you devils have done. And again, the elect ain't accepting no amount of money is gonna make things even. All right, but that money will be going. In a year and a half, or maybe 2 years, all that money will be going. You devils, through slavery, you accumulated generational wealth. All right, through slavery. So that even if you did do that, it still wouldn't make things even, because, again, the way inflation is, or how Israel is Israel. Israel gonna spend money, they're gonna look flashy, they gonna, they want nice, and we want nice stuff. So that money will be going in like 2 years. But through the backs of slavery, you devils have accumulated generational wealth. Your children's children has money. All right, I live in around a lot of country land. If you look around, you see these devils with these big houses and acres of land. How you think them devils got that? You think they work hard? No, that came off the backs of slavery. Their ancestors passed that down to them. All right, that land and all those things, and all that land and all that money got passed down through generational wealth through slavery. All right. So you devils gotta pay for that, man. You can't get no pass, man. No reparations, man. Ain't no pass, man. All right. Last scripture is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity should go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Right? Which the saints are the Israelites. All right. So all you devils are going in slavery. You devils here in America. All right, once America's destroyed and you reborn back into the kingdom, you're going into slavery. All right, all you devils in Europe, you're going into slavery. All you devils in Russia, you're going into slavery. All you devils in the different NATO and EU nations are going into slavery. All you devils in Australia are going into slavery. All right, so on and so forth, man. You're all going into slavery, man. All right, thus says Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man. None of you are going to get away. Because you all had a hand and benefited off the backs of slaves. All of you. Alright? Even though now you got Edomites that are 2-time losers, but that's your fault, man. Blame the Rothschilds. So with that, I pray this video was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And third of all, I want to give peace and safety to the brothers that push this truth and sincerity. With that, I'm going to say shalom.